Welcome to the SESD1 e-learning orientation video for K1 and 2. My name is Brooke Hall. I'm the Director of Online Instruction, and today I would just like to take you through this daily student flowchart for K1 and 2, and then we will look at Google Classroom just so you have that visual as well. A couple things before we get started. We just want to make sure that you are making sure your student is getting up each morning and having a structured day just like they would come to school. They need to be spending several hours a day working on assignments, just like if they were to come to school and work on assignments and projects at school. So just make sure that you create that environment at home. It's super important to do that, and so that your child doesn't fall behind or doesn't start missing assignments, because that's really important when at the end of each week, those assignments are being missed, and then you're losing points, and then your child's getting behind. So making sure that you're doing that every single day, not only just to not get behind, but also not to be counted absent. So let's go through this flow chart, making sure that everyone's on the same page, everyone knows where to go, what to do. And if you have questions after this video, please feel free to message us, email us, call us, whatever you need, and we will be glad to help you. So one of the things that's not on this number one, but that you just need to get in the habit of doing, is just check an email every day for your student. And even in kindergarten, making sure you're getting in there and just checking their email, just to kind of get in that routine as a student. And we would like to see parents checking emails, Class Dojo, those kinds of things as well, just to stay informed and updated. So then after that, you need to go on that Chromebook. Number one, you need to click on the Chrome app. And then number two, you're going to authenticate. That's where that landing page comes up when you go to scsd1.com, which is right here. That is just putting you on our filter system to keep your students safe on their Chromebook. And then if you don't know what to type in there, this bottom box kind of walks you through that and helps you figure that out. If you still have problems, like I said earlier, just email us and we'll help you. Number three, when you get into Google Classroom, you can click on this link. I will send this out through email, so you'll have this to be able to click on, or you can just simply type this in your search box. That'll take you to Google Classroom. Once you're at Google Classroom, you need to just look, read. I can't stress that enough, to make sure that you're reading and understanding what is needed from your student that day. And the stream, which is this little box here, kind of shows you the stream and the classwork. Those are the two things you need to be going back and forth from in Google Classroom, checking and making sure that you've read the information that's been posted, and then you understand what assignments are due for that week. And then after that, like I said, get in that classwork section, check and see what assignments you have, what programs you need to go out to complete the work for that day or for that week. Access all coursework, follow all the directions, read those things. I know we send you lots of information. That's the only way we can communicate with you. So we really rely on you heavily to be reading that information thoroughly. The top right-hand corner, you'll see who your e-learning coach is with their email address in case you need to email them and you forget that. Great. You will need to complete weekly assignments by the due dates or you lose points. So again, it's very important to get in that routine, getting on there every single day, going through this daily student flow chart with your child, making sure that you're completing assignments on time. Your grades will be calculated and entered into Harmony each 9 weeks, and your grade will reflect any late assignments. So please avoid those. Attendance. Make sure that you are completing work every scheduled school day. If you do not, you will be counted absent. We are no longer using Google Forms attendance in Google Classroom. So you don't have to go into Google Classroom anymore and fill out that Google form for attendance. How we are going to track attendance is simply by making sure that you're working each day. If you're not, then your student will be counted absent. So just make sure that you are aware of that and understand that. Communication. We use Class Dojo, email, phone. We've even met face-to-face, socially distanced, with parents and guardians just to help them along this process. It's been a learning curve for everyone, and thank you for your patience and flexibility. We are trying the very best that we can, but we want to help and always bridge that gap and support you as well. Again, over here in the corner, that's the login information for Google Classroom, the student login information, and the passwords over here to the next box. This little box is just some resources. Like I said, when I send that to you through email, you can click that Google support link, and it just gives you a wealth of information and resources. So again, making sure you're checking that email every single day, making sure you're getting in your child's email, checking that, checking yours. And then you can just go right over here to this little waffle, and you can click on Google Classroom here. Sometimes you have to scroll down to find this icon, but you can quickly get out to Google Classroom once you have checked email. You can jump out there. Or, like I said earlier, you can type in this classroom.google.com in your search box, and you can get to Google Classroom just that way as well. So once you are out to Google Classroom, though, you'll kind of hit a landing page that looks something like this. You will see your classes that has been assigned to you, depending on what grade you're in. So let's just say that we are in kindergarten, e-learning for math. They're broken down in quarters, and then they're broken down by subjects. And so this is the stream. This is where you can see any communication that's going to be posted with you. I would highly suggest you read this each day, making sure that you're thoroughly reading the information. Again, I know that it's a lot of information, but it's so important that you read it so you stay updated and you know what's going on. After you read and check those updates, you can go underneath the classwork section, and then you can see your assignments for that week. You can see that getting ready to have this sent out to you guys starting for that first week, January 4th through the 8th. It's broken down by the due dates, and it's by week. And so we're giving you that full week to get these assignments done. And so it's really important to stay on top of those to get those done, not turn those in late, because then you're going to have a whole other set coming the next week. And so, like I said at the very beginning of this video, we can't stress enough that you get in there every single day with your child to avoid being absent and to avoid getting behind, because then your child is not going to be as successful as they would if they're just making this a daily routine. So I hope that this was super helpful to you, having that visual, having this daily student flow chart. If you have questions from it, once I send it out, please don't hesitate to email me back. If you need to meet face-to-face, or anything like that, please, we would love to help you and support you. So we look forward to connecting with you again this second semester. And if you have questions, always reach out to us.